We are getting ready to go here from Kissimmee, Florida, and getting ready to find out exactly what is going to happen for the go-ahead kickoff. And there's Quevedo, the captain for Weston, as well as Kyle Samuel. The crowd ready to go. The fans ready to watch some football. The referee ready to give us the order, and all the teams as well. We saw some of the Orlando City kids making their way into the stands. Everybody that's been participated will be a part of this, and we are on with the first 25 minutes of this one. The final game, Weston FC against Man City, and we'll see exactly what happens between these two sides. The domestic side representing the United States, Weston, and of course the international club Manchester City, who made their way into this final, I should say, after defeating Fluminense in penalty kicks. Quevedo looking for the ball. He's not going to be able to bring it down. First, a defensive work from Rig, who comes out with Daniel Batty, who plays in the middle for Ndala. Keep your eye on Ndala, number 10. Arguably could be the best player of this tournament. The long ball, which will go right back to Diego Cochin. The Hummel lineups, of course, lineups brought to you by Hummel. This is Weston FC, Alex.
Yes, we have Coach Victor Pastora. Cochin with number 11 as their goalkeeper. Montoya, Quevedo, and Perez with number 23. Hall, Ramirez, and De Paula in the midfield. Acosta and Wag on the attack.
Ndala looks to cross the ball. He does from the outside. The shot that time, it was Jack Fletcher. And in a second, we'll show you how the little citizens will line up on the pitch, because we have a corner kick for City.
And it could be the first great opportunity for the English team to take advantage of set-piece play.
And here is the cross, the header from Kyle Samuel. It is defended well that time from Tyler Haw. And the lineups, which are presented by Hummel, official wardrobe of this cup. This is Man City.
Let's take a look. Hughes is the coach. Honor, number 1. Goalkeeper Thomas Samuel Dadamasco with number 4 on defense. Midfield Fletcher, Rig, and Batty. Number 7, Ndala and Oliot on offense for Manchester City. Starting lineup for the championship match.
Acosta looking to split the defense. He was trying to find Juanito Quevedo. He couldn't get there in time, and now on the turn is Ndala, who goes inside for Dadamascal. And Man City, well defended by Niall Wall, who brings it back for Ramirez. Diego, who loses it to Danny Batty, who brings it back inside to Oliot. Tommy James Oliot, who was trying to turn on the first time. It'll be a goal kick for Diego Cochin and company for the Dieguito Cochin for Weston.
Thought he was going to find the teammate there. No one to give the ball to. And Weston gets the ball back. If you had to pick and choose a favorite, most people would go with Manchester City, but I believe that Weston has won the hearts of a lot of fans as well, and they certainly at least won the right of the benefit of the doubt after what we've seen from them throughout the tournament. They're a very competitive team. They had a nearly perfect game to get where they are now after beating FC Dallas in the semifinal. So by no accounts, you have a clear favorite for today. It is a very close matchup, what we're gonna see for this last game of the Prospects Cup.
I agree with you. There's Danny Batty on the attack, dropping it back for Ndala. Ndala thought about it. He could have a shot. Goes right. This could be it for Man City. The shot saved in the back from Diego Cochin. Rice Thomas was close, but Cochin to the back for Weston.
Yeah, well done by Rice Thomas. He crossed that strike. Only way to go. But better yet, what the goalkeeper did. Nice save. And he stayed with the ball as well, so secure hands there. Could have been the first one, but still 0-0.
What a great save that time. And now from the back, the opportunity is for Perez. The shot from Axel. It's off target, very close. Solomon Honor will now have the goal kick for his team. The shot, we'll look at the replay again. Axel Perez trying it from far out.
This is what they need to keep doing. Try the shots. Take all the shots you can take. If they give you space, take advantage of that. You never know what can happen. Electric start, by the way, for this final. Both teams have had an opportunity, and we have just 5 minutes of play.
Andala brings it down with lots of class. Here's number Trent, can drop it back. He will, and he will find a teammate in the feet of Daniel Rigg. Dadamasco, by the by, Obabudwo is not on the pitch. He's the one that has 4 goals and can catch up the easiest, not the easiest, but the closest, I should say, to Gustavo of Luminense, who has 5 goals and leads the tournament. There's Christian Pulisic, star player for the United States national team, and of course Borussia Dortmund, and the ambassador of the Prospects Cup 2017 tournament. And he, of course, is in town to deliver the goodies, the championship. He already delivered the 3rd place trophy to Fluminense. What a great play off the outside from Quevedo, who got crafty, chipped it up top, but Lucas de Paula couldn't get there in time. But boy, number 7 has some real skillful attributes, Alex.
Yeah, he knows how to maneuver, and he knows what to do with the ball in his feet. Smart player, and could make the difference for his team today.
There's the Fluminense players who just won the 3rd place right behind the goal of Diego Cochen. And there is the manager, Victor Pastora, the head coach for the team in black today, Weston FC, the Floridian club, if you will, representing not only their state today, their region in the south of Florida, but also the United States. The cross comes on, Axel Perez gets a touch on it. Weston FC looks to get rid of it. Dada Mascals from the back is going to put it back in the box. Will defend it first from Julian Acosta, and now it's Quevedo, who finds a teammate and is going to try to get it back from Axel Perez, who chips it up top. This could be for Weston FC. It's saved in the back from Honor. Looked like Luca de Paula could have had a better shot. Close from Weston FC, 7 minutes in, Alex.
Yes, this has been the most dangerous play of the game so far. I thought that De Paula was going to try and chip it in the goal over the goalkeeper, but he makes a great save, and we're still 0-0. This has been the most dangerous opportunity. Weston could have scored first. Maybe they are going to regret not scoring that one, because that's the way soccer is. They gave away a golden opportunity, and let's see what happens now.
Diego Cochen talking to his team. The corner kick's going to come from the right. Getting ready to take it is Danny Rigg. And Dalla's there looking for a shot at it. The header, the rebound, shot from Aliot, save from Diego Cochen, and what a match we have on our hands.
Yeah, and we're looking at 2 great goalkeepers. Cochen on one side, Honor on the other. They've both have 2 saves now throughout the first 7 minutes of play, and they have been important saves as well.
Oh, look at that from Quevedo, dropping it back. What a play from Quevedo, Alex, because he used his body on the younger defender, and then he was able to take on Ndala. Wow, and he was able to put that ball inside before the ball got to the end line. There are the kids from Club America. The shot from way out by Axel Perez is wide. 8.5 gone and 0-0, but Weston FC giving it all as well.
Yeah, and it looks like the America players want Weston to win. But I like the spirit. I like the spirit of the tournament, because the teams that lost, the teams that couldn't make it through to the final, they're all here in the stands to watch the last game of the championship, cheering on their favorite team.
Yeah, we took a look at the Chivas players, the America players. We saw that Real Madrid team as well. All these academies that were here in town.
It's part of the spirit of fair play
Sure.
that we've seen throughout the whole tournament from beginning to end.
And really all the teams that have made this possible, and everyone on the production side as well, we're going to thank. Here's the cross that's well saved by Diego Cochen. It's a long list of people that made this happen and that worked very hard every day from Miami and from Kissimmee, Florida, to bring you these matches. The Spanish team, the English side over here, and of course, the kids, the most important aspect of this tournament that have kept us on the edge of our seat enjoying the Prospects Cup. It's controlled by Danny Rigg in the center. Goes to Batty. Batty drops it back for Isaiah Jelani Dadamasco, who goes on the left looking for Rigg. Looked like a foul. It is a foul, and it is on Waugh. Niall Waugh is talented as they get as well, number 77. He was very impressive yesterday against FC Dallas in the semifinal matchup on the domestic side, so keep your eye on him. Here's the pass for Julian Acosta, who opens it for Quevedo, and Quevedo on the first time looking to take on his defender on that side, Rise Thomas. And there he is. Remember, Jumanji, welcome to the jungle and theaters now. Don't miss it. Ndala. Picked up quickly by David Montoya. Ndala still on his feet. Ndala still on his feet, going right. Goes down with a foul. And Quevedo thought he was clean on the ball, but the foul is called on a beautiful play that time from Joel Zizanga Ndala.
Yes, and he's done this throughout the whole Prospects Cup. He's a very tall player. He takes advantage of his physical attributes. He gets there first. Long legs. Quevedo is a little late, and there is definitely contact, so good call there by the referee.
Get in the wall, the indications from Cochin.
Yeah, Diego Cochin is desperately trying to tell their teammates how to stand in the barrier.
Kyle Samuel will set up to take this. 4 young men on the wall for Diego Cochin. Samuel's going to go straight a goal. Diego Cochin saves the day for Weston.
What a save by Diego Cochin. I mean, the free kick was nearly perfect. Very dangerous bounce. It was going in the goal right beside the post, but Cochin does a perfect save.
The header! Oh! No, that's not a goal. It's a golazo! Kyle Samuel didn't have it off the free kick, Alex, but he certainly did off the corner kick coming out of nowhere. Gets there before Cochin, and Man City's up on Weston 1-0.
Yeah, good header there by Kyle Samuel that got there first. Then the defenders. Cochin couldn't make contact with the ball. He was out of his zone. And it was an easy header for Samuel, who just needed to punch it in. So Manchester City is winning this one. 1-0, strikes first. Let's see if Weston can fight back.
Just the second goal in 5 games, that is. This is the 5th game for Weston FC that they've conceived. They were sensational offensively, very good defensively, and now the opportunity for Batty. Cochin gets it first! And Man City having their way at the moment. Weston FC needs to answer right back. Olliott still on his feet, looks on to take everyone. Defended well that time by Tyler Hall. And now Niall Waugh can't save it, but Weston FC needs to calm down at the moment, Alex.
Yeah, we had an electric start. Great save here by Cochin, by the way, getting there first to the ball. Very focused on what he needs to do. And if it wasn't for him, maybe we would be talking about a 3-0 Manchester City as of now. So, yeah, maybe he could have done a little better in the goal he conceded, but he saved at least 2 or 3 others that could have easily ended up in the net.
Batty looking to go inside for his teammate Ndala. Batty is fighting for the ball now. Diego Ramirez has to turn and find Acosta, who goes for Quevedo. And now Quevedo in between 2 men. He was defended well by Rise Thomas, and Thomas will have the throw in. Quick for Ndala. Dadamasco. 14 minutes in, it's been an exciting final. Montoya has it. Can play Niall Waugh. It's a long pass for Waugh. Lakayo Samuel gets there before 77.
They do need to settle down. The adrenaline rush when the game is starting, the championship match. You've had dangerous plays on both sides of the field. Now it's a fight to who gets control of the game first, who settles down first, who moves around the ball and takes command of the match. That's what Weston needs to do. Calm down, move the ball around, try to work their way back into this one.
There's Obabodwo. He's in the field now, wearing number 9. Keep your eye on him. He's only 1 goal away from tying the leading scorer in this tournament, Gustavo, at 4. Gustavo has 5, and Justin Oke Obabodwo has 4. All smiles at the moment for Darren Hughes, who knows that his team at the moment is the champions of this tournament, but also very close to him is Victor Pastora, who's talking to his team. Weston FC, a superb football academy soccer school, if you will, in Miami at the national level as well. Players like Alejandro Bedoya, U.S. international and former nonce in Liga, and now with Philadelphia Union and MLS, is a product of this academy.
It is a very well-known academy within the U.S. They work very well. They develop players in all sense of the word on their, not only in as a sports skill of soccer and football, but also they put a lot of focus in the personal side of each and every one of the kids, which at the end of the day makes them better players too. So
Julian Acosta.
Yeah, I think that ball belonged to Manchester City. Ref gave it to Weston.
Exactly what Wright Thomas was arguing. Didn't get the call that time. Ramirez, Diego, well done by Diego Ramirez, still on his feet. Diego Ramirez still on his feet. Diego Ramirez, well defended that time by Dada Mascal, and it's Ndala. Ndala with the ball can go left if he'd like. So much class for Ndala. Look at this, what a pass. Acosta gets there before Rice Thomas, and now Quevedo. Acosta, Axel Perez very close back to Quevedo, and now Axel Perez. He has a good touch. Watch Axel. Is going to switch the pitch and fire on Niall Waugh. On the outside, running, asking for the ball is Diego Ramirez. He's not going to get it. Niall Waugh goes inside for David Montoya, but not the best pass. Controlled by Ndala, and all the way back for Solomon Honor, who comes out with his teammate Isaiah Jelani Dadamascal. Dadamascal again. Pressured now from Weston. Solomon. Lakayo Samuel. Thomas Rice. Obadwobo can't get there before the good defense from Tyler Hall. Now Axel Perez. Montoya for Acosta. The good passing game at the moment now possession-wise for Weston.
You can just see why these two made it to the final. They're very solid teams on defense, on offense. Everyone knows the role they need to. I'll let you with this one.
Batty still on his feet. The little firecracker has a goal to his name of beauty, a chip goal in this tournament. Wants it back, gets it. Here's Batty still on his feet, dispossessed. Now Acosta. It could be the opportunity for Weston FC. De Paula Lucas. Lucas De Paula. Axel Perez will open the field and find his teammate, Diego Ramirez. Now Waugh. Niall Waugh could go back. Niall Waugh defended well by Dada Mascal. Ovavotwo looking to get there before Tyler Hall. And there is Thomas James Aliyot.
Both teams know how to keep their position. That's important because sometimes you take a look at some of the games from this very same age, and usually what happens is that the players run behind wherever the ball goes, but everyone has...
Ovavotwo! Oh, saved by Diego Cochin. And now Ndala still on his feet with the cross. Ndala faked it, thought about it, step over, drops back, finds Thomas Rise. Rise on the play against Quevedo. Quevedo's beaten. The pass comes inside. Betty! Getting rid of it in the back was Weston. Now Ndala with the shot. Diego Cochin's in the back again for Weston.
Yeah, Diego Cochin has a lot of talent and a lot of qualities, and he is a great goalkeeper. Nice save there with his feet, avoiding what would have been the second Manchester City goal. They're losing the game, but they're definitely still in it, and they, I believe, have the players to create danger, to try and be more aggressive in this last 5 minutes of the first half and during all the second half, compared to other teams that they go down on the score and they don't have a lot of arguments to try and come back. Weston does. Weston can be a very powerful offensive team, and there is still a lot of minutes to be played, so anything can happen.
Coming off the pitch at the moment is Lucas de Paula. And coming on, Jorge Govea was some sort of more than likely removable tattoo on his right arm, but he's onto the pitch. And listen, it's a final for a reason. They call it a championship for a reason. Alex, and I gotta be honest, this has been probably the best 21 minutes of football in the Prospects Cup.
Yeah, and you can just sense it, right? You can...
Counted the second for Man City, and ladies and gentlemen, he has tied Gustavo with 5 goals in the tournament. Cool as ice. 2-0, Alex, for Man City.
Yeah, what a strike by Obabauta. He has the patience to exactly strike it there, not crossing the shot, but putting it right beside the post. Nothing to do for the goalkeeper. It was a short distance shot. Very smart play by Obadabwa, and he ties the Fluminense forward, Gustavo, as the leading scorer for the tournament. 2-0 Manchester City. It's gonna be tough for Weston, but they can still come back. It's not over yet.
Olia's gonna cross it inside. Tyler Hall gets rid of it. Batty has it. And not only that, Alex, but Obabwodzo could win solely that award if he scores again. And you know he's going to try to. 2-0 Man City. Diego Cochin kept Weston FC in the game.
As long as he could.
As long as he could, well said. Here's Govea, could go into the box with a man right out of wall. But Govea's in the box. This could be it for Weston. Looking for Naioa. But how cheeky was that from Jorge Govea?
How important would it be for Weston to get 1 goal here before the half? Just mentally, psychologically, it would send the message that they're back in it.
My apologies, that was Matthias Pacheco with a nice move. It is number 40, there he is on camera. The little guy, ball comes inside, there's a touch on it. Niall Waugh can't get there, now he does. There's a foul called this time as Niall Waugh took out of the play. Rice Thomas, probably the smallest young lad on the field, number 2, but
yeah,
boy, he is a fighter on that right flank. And there you have it, the top scores at the moment, and it is Obabwodzo who has caught up to Gustavo, as you said, Alex.
Yeah, and he's 1 away from staying with the title for himself. Has a couple of minutes here and 25 more to go to try and get it.
Well managed by Darren Hughes, the manager of Man City, because Obabwodzo, as we look at this foul, Batty got caught with Axel Perez, and hopefully he's okay. There he is, Danny Batty, Daniel Jake Batty. But the comment I was going to make Alex, basically kept off the game, the bench completely for 50 minutes in that Manchester City against Fluminense semifinal, and he's back. And what a way to come back with a goal to his name. And there he is talking to Darren Hughes now.
Yep. Batty is still down, by the way. He's receiving some medical attention. Looks like it's one of his knees. He committed the foul, though. But sometimes he got the worst of it. Got late to the ball.
There he is, the man of the moment, the kid of the moment. Justin, okay. Ovavodo. He's known as Justin with his teammates. Probably easier to say than his last name. August 23rd, 2006, the born date for the striker. From the moment this tournament started, he was impressive. And quickly, Batty telling basically the team doctor, Andrew McAllister, I don't think I can go.
Yeah, tough to watch. He's coming out now. These things happen in football. So Batty is coming out after that foul. It was a knee-to-knee hit, I believe. It was hurt. So he's taking some minutes off to evaluate exactly what's going on there.
And I believe coming for him was Gabriel Francis, guardside Kelly. So keep your eye on guardside Kelly wearing 8. And that's the end of it. 25 minutes, 55 seconds. A championship game well on its way. Manchester City at the moment on a Samuel and Justin Ovavodo goal are up 2-0 on Weston FC. A whole second half remaining. Here we go. Niall Waugh gets us ready to kick off the second 25 minutes of this one. There's Kyle Samuel, the captain and author of the first goal for Manchester City. Can Weston FC pull back on this one? The Hummel Karma, official ball of the tournament of the Prospects Cup, has been moved. We are on with the second 25 minutes of this one. Weston Football Club down 2-0 to Man City in the final, the championship game of the Prospects Cup 2017 on UDN. And right out of the gates, quickly, it's Manchester City controlling the ball via Ndala.
So Weston is still in it, but they will need to play a perfect second half in order to come back. They need to be very aggressive on offense, and they can't allow to concede another goal, because if they do, then it's over. They already conceded 2. They need to come back by scoring the first one, being aggressive, trying getting the second one, but playing a perfect defensive game from here on out. Otherwise, one more mistake, and it would be basically impossible for them to come back in this championship match against a very competitive and very capable Manchester City side.
And ideally, for Weston FC, it would be ideal, it would be perfect if they were to score that 1-2, that first goal for them early in the first 10, 15 minutes of this second half. Obavoto can't get there, and Dala can't either. Controlling it is Matthias Pacheco. Here's Pacheco crossing midfield. Pacheco stay on the ball, has Niall Waugh. Waugh looks to control it, but had Dada Mascal very close to him. And now back for Dada Mascal. Matthias Pacheco can't get there. Looked like a foul is a foul. Brought down illegally was Daniel Rigg.
And on the other side, if you're Manchester City, your only interest is to take control of the second half, to move the ball around. There's no necessity to risk more than you should. Just stay solid on defense, stay dangerous on offense. They will surely have more opportunities to score again, especially with Weston needing 2 goals and going desperately on offense. They will leave spaces on back, and Manchester City can take advantage of those to try and score the third one and secure the victory and the championship of this Prospect Cup.
Ramirez was looking for Montoya. Here is Oliad, who opens it left. And controlling the ball was Thomas James Oliad, who found Dada Mascal. Axel Perez looks to cover it. He's dispossessed, and Dala has it. Well, once again, it's going to be Montoya. Can't get there in time. That was excellent defense by Danny Rigg. And Ndala opens left for Oliad. Tommy Jamie drops it all the way back for the captain, for the gaffer, for the skipper, Kyle Samuel. Obavoto. Went right for Rise Thomas. Rise Lloyd Thomas been solid on that right half midfield position, defensive position, if you will, for the British side, the Premiership giant Manchester City, the Guardiola edition, if you will, the pros absolutely owning the Premier League and looking to as well own and keep this trophy in their possession, the Under-12 Prospects Cup Championship. Tyler Hayes had gotten there in time for his team. It's Tyler Hall, that is. And now Dada Mascal. Looking for Obadwovo. Tyler Hall got there first, went to Gochin. He got there in time. Diego Gochin, who has been absolutely spectacular, not only this game, but throughout the tournament. You've really been impressed with him, Alex.
Yeah, he has a lot of talent. He knows exactly where to be at the right moment. He has a lot of reach, and seems to me like a very solid goalkeeper that can save a lot of goals and win you games.
Here's the opportunity going inside Acosta before the ball can get to Obabwojo. That was guard side Cali moving his way and making his way from the tip of the box into it against Weston FC. Montoya still on his feet. Opens his eyes, goes right. Lost opportunity again for Weston FC. Now Obabwojo, he is onside. Tyler Hall's going to pick him up. Here's 9. What a good switch of the ball for Ndala. Just like that, finding a teammate. And now on the right, it's Man City. All the patience in the world and control for Ndala. And you could really see, and we've talked about this, Alex, but you could really see, and you can talk about how compact Man City is. They really are the team, for me, that knows how to pass the ball the best in this tournament.
Yeah, they seem to me like a very mature team. I mean, they definitely do not look like 12-year-old children.
Yeah, they don't.
They play smarter than that. They know how to pass the ball, how to control the times, how to manage the clock. Everyone respects their position, knows what roles to play. There you have the Chivas squad in the stands looking at this championship match. But yeah, Manchester City has been really impressive, and it's going to be tough coming back from a 2-0 deficit, going up against this English team that seems to have everything under control.
And listen, so does Weston Football Club as other teams. The problem is Man City has just pressured and brought their lines forward and made it that much tougher for Weston FC to display their best game. And Dada Masca with a very crafty move, and Niall Waugh is upset at himself for taking that first bait.
And Weston is applying high pressure. They are trying to force an error, a mistake from Manchester City to try and get the ball back quickly, but they do not commit a mistake. They know how to pass the ball around. They maintain their patience, one of the greatest virtue of this Manchester City team.
On the move, Diego Ramirez can have a cross. He does. That's defended. Well, Ramirez will chase. Elliott gets there first, gets rid of it. And the ball goes all the way back to Weston territory via Tyler Hall, who found Coach. And here's the replay of this one.
Whoop.
Oh.
Risky,
what a move.
Yeah, risky move.
Isaiah Jelani Oladel Adedeji Dada Masca. That is his full name, Alex. Known as Isaiah by his teammates.
That's how we'll call him, Isaiah.
What a good central defender. I mean, guys like him, kids, really, they're kids. You forget they're kids. Dada Masca.
But you forget their kids, and that's,
you do.
I mean, he has such an elegant
way of coming out with the ball.
Yeah, you say, how is this a 12-year-old kid?
And look at Ndala, so does he. Turns and goes back to Kyle Samuel. This is a good Man City team, and there he is again, Isaiah Dada Masca. And look at the way he runs with the ball. Head lifted up, and look at that pass, just a bit hard. Can't control by guard side Cali.
Very disciplined team. It's Manchester City side.
Getting ready to come on now.
It is going to be hard for Weston, but I mean, if you think of it, they really only need one to get back into it. If they manage to score one and be within one, then anything can happen and at any given moment. But they do need that one goal to push them forward, to make them believe that they can come back. Because as long as it is a 2-goal difference, then Manchester City will have the upper hand, mentally and physically as well.
Lucas De Paula, along a teammate, have checked into the game for the team managed by Victor Pastora and his assistant, Daniel Serravite. Looking to make some moves just like that. It's been 9, almost 10 minutes gone in the second half. Initially, I said it would be great for Weston to capture a goal in the first 12, 15 minutes of the second half. Well, just like that, we're getting close to that, and Obabwojo looks to turn on 4 defenders, still has the ball, controls it. One class to go back for Isaiah Dada Masca.
And Manchester City is just executing perfectly their game plan for the second half. They have a 2-goal advantage. They're moving the ball around. They're not allowing Weston to have even a chance of coming back.
And Aliyah looks like a penalty kick. That is going to be a penalty kick. He knew it all along. Tough way to challenge. He knows it. It was Tommy James Ward Aliyah. And just like that, Alex, on the verge of possibly game over for Weston FC. Tough way to challenge. That is a penalty kick.
And there was no way around that tackle. It is a clear penalty kick. Nice play there by Aliyah. And it is also an opportunity. Oh, and I thought it was going to be...
yeah,
because with one more goal, he would be leading scorer for the tournament. Let's see if Diego Cochin can do anything about this.
And Aliyah wants it, saved by Diego Cochin 2 times. And Cochin answers back. And there he is, firing up Weston FC, who's alive.
And this is maybe the push they needed in order to come back. Either a goal or a penalty kick save or anything that went in their favor. They're going to try to build on this because Cochin made a very well save. It wasn't well struck, the penalty, but you still need to save it. And Cochin did a good job keeping his side alive.
7 saves in the game for Cochin. That's the stat shown on your upper left as you enjoy our broadcast on Univision Deportes in English. What a game for him. His team down 2-0, but he's keeping them inside. And what a good point as well from Alex Berry. From a motivational standpoint, from a momentum, it should be gained by Weston. They're still within 2 goals. Ball played inside. Montoya looks to have a shot, can't get there in time. Now the advantage rule was given, and Ndala still on the ball, and he was being charged at and defended by Julian Acosta.
Another look at the save by Cochin. Not only the penalty shot, but also on the counter as well. He got there first, avoiding what really would have been a game-over goal for Manchester City.
An earlier penalty kick within a game, because of course Man City had a long penalty kick shootout yesterday with Fluminense. During a game, a couple of games ago at the beginning of the tournament, may have been Tuesday, the penalty kick was struck by Avavoto. So Alex, you were right. Surprisingly, it wasn't him who took it. Could have been the 6th goal for him in the tournament. .37, almost 38 gone. Still 2-0 for Manchester City. A long ball up top, looking for Lucas de Paula. Dada Mascal gets there first and goes for Solomon Lindsey Burt Honor, known as Saul to his teammates, the goalkeeper of Man City. Axel Perez.
Weston is just having so much trouble finding a way in. Doesn't seem likely. I mean, what they should try now is
the opportunity going far out. It'll be a corner kick. You're so right, Alex. They have possession of the ball, but it's the classic, as soon as they cross midfield, they have a lot of trouble in the final third.
And when that happens, the set piece plays become so important. They need to take advantage of corner kicks and balls put in the box.
Dieguito Ramirez goes back on the cross. He'll have a rebound. Dieguito Ramirez still on it. Can't have a shot. Goes back. Montoya, the shot is taken. Dada Mascal is there. It was close from David Montoya. And now a long ball which will be easily controlled on the back by Diego Cochin. March 19, 2006, the birth date of Diego Cochin. Ramirez, Dieguito. Montoya can't control it. Dada Mascal's there, and look at that. Splits 2 players to find on the right. Bryce Thomas. Dada Mascal again with Kyle Samuel. Ndala. Oh, this is a good team, Man City. Ndala again. Ndala with open space, going right. Obabwojo. Obabwojo had a shot. Acosta was there in time. And the answer now, Montoya has it. Weston looks for it. Just can't get past the defense of Daniel Aaron Rigg. Ndala. Here he is. Joel Ndala. All the patience in the world for 10. Still on the ball. Picking him up is Lucas de Paula. Dropping it back for Isaiah Dadamascal, and now Kyle Samuel, the cap, the gaffer. Going to the box, wide and long.
Weston needs to find a way. They need to find a way to take some shots at the goal. I mean, it really doesn't matter if it's long distance or not. Just a way to try and create danger. Because otherwise, they won't be able to find a way in. Just create some space and take the shots. See if anything can come out of that.
Here's Saul. Honor with Kyle Samuel. Ndala. Back to 10. The pressure from Weston FC, who is just trying to find a way to get in there. Ready to come back into the pitch is Niall Waugh, who was receiving the orders from his manager, Victor Pastora, on the sideline. This is going to go off the end line, and it's going to go for Diego Coche, but the sub will have to wait. Perez Axel.
This Manchester City team is such a good squad that it is very difficult to come from behind in a game against them. The best chance you have maybe to beating them is to start off by winning or scoring the first goal, having the advantage in the score, and then try to, with a well-based defense, try and secure the game for your side. But when you fall behind against this Manchester City team because of their control, of their quality, of how they manage the minutes, it is almost impossible.
It seems that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a wall for Man City, literally in the back, and Weston keeps on running into it. They've tried, and Quevedo on Kyle Samuel, but look at that defense from Kyle, and it ends up being a foul on Quevedo. The MVP of the game is Obabwojo, Justin. Yes, he gets to 5 goals in the tournament with that one.
Tying up the leading scorer table with Gustavo from Fluminense. It was surprising to me that he did not take that penalty shot missed by Manchester City. Would have been his 6th.
Quevedo was close to intercepting that and having a shot. Rice got there first and played Obabwojo, who'll look for the 6 now, and here he is. Obabwojo on the one-on-one. Tyler Hall defense well. Now Ndala. Now Ndala going left for Olliott. Offside position that time from Tommy James Olliott. About 6.5 to go in regulation. Man City very close to winning the championship. Kyle Samuel. Ndala. Joel. Costa. Dadamascal. Precision passing for Man City.
Yeah. They look like an experienced team when they're just 12 years old. It's unbelievable.
It's so enjoyable. They're under 12 kids that play at a high level. It's wonderful to watch.
Weston has done what they could. They certainly had a phenomenal tournament.
And listen, the fact that they were able to get here in a domestic bracket that included teams like the Los Angeles Galaxy, like FC Dallas, that were affiliated directly with MLS, you know, Real New Jersey, Sockers were there, GPS from Boston. You really got to give it to Weston FC. They did a fantastic job. They got through an FC Dallas side yesterday in the semifinal at the domestic bracket.
No doubt. That little team that could. And they won the hearts of the fans.
They did.
All around. Weston FC made it all the way to the final.
Here's Weston FC trying to keep some type of hope. Kyle Samuel thought that wasn't a foul, brought down Juanito Quevedo. They called it after all, and it could be Juan Quevedo, precisely this young lad, to take the shot. He knows how to do it off the set piece. 45 and change. Could you imagine if Weston FC gets a goal here?
Well, with 5 to go, 2-0 down, championship match, I would say this one has to go in.
It has to if Weston FC wants to stand any type of chance and or hope at catching Man City. Three-man wall for Saul.
This is a must-score situation.
Quevedo sets up, and by Quevedo's also David Montoya. Now it's only David Montoya. Watch number 4. He really has a nice shot. 3 men on the wall for Solomon Honor, and here he is. Montoya! Oh. And Honor will save it, but it was a well-placed, pacey, powerful shot from Montoya. Unlucky.
It was well struck, wasn't it? A lot of power behind that ball. But great job there by the goalkeeper, Honor, that knew before Montoya hit the ball, Honor knew exactly where that ball was going. And he was ready for it.
Dalla going back. The shot from Ovadwovo. What a goal! Justin Ovadwovo. 6 goals in the tournament. Alex Berry, Man City 3-0. What a finish.
There it is. Game over. Manchester City is the champion of the Prospects Cup. And here you have Ovadwovo, leading scorer for the championship. Best team, best player.
And there he is, taking it from the hands of Gustavo, who at the moment they would have shared that award, and now the golden boot, if you will be for Ovadwovo, who was looking for the 7th that time, a bit behind his pass, and very similar to what happened to Dallas against Fluminense. The score ends up being a bit more weighted over to Man City when perhaps that wasn't what transpired, but once Weston FC was looking for the opportunity, this is what happened. The Olive Garden play of the game. Diego Cochin with a penalty save.
Yeah, it was a double save. The penalty kick and then the counter. Cat-like instincts to get up. And got there first. Cochin that definitely made some heads turn towards him after some great saves, not only today, but throughout the tournament. Here you have him. I suspect he will have a long career ahead of him because he does have talent. Great goalkeeper.
Yeah, we've been impressed with him. I was impressed with Eystone of FC Dallas. We were also impressed, certainly, with Solomon Honor.
And with the Fluminense.
Pedro Luis.
Pedro Mateus Barreto, number 10.
Here's Man City looking for more. Defended will from the back and come out. It's Mateo de Palo. And to the ball, unfortunately, couldn't get there by now Kyle Samuel. Look at that. What a way to bring it down by Aliat.
And they are going to have one last chance to try and score the fourth. Maybe the last play of the game, last play of the championship. They have it wrapped up, but it would be nice to end it up with one more.
And the referee, I am confident, will not let this pass the 50-minute mark. Going up top, Laquel Samuel can't get there. The shot, Cochin saves it again and keeps it before the opportunity was there that time from Danny Rigg. And Weston FC perhaps with the opportunity of a goal. The referee says that's it, 50 minutes, 8 seconds. Manchester City are the champions of the 2017 Prospects Cup, 3-0. And you hate to see this. This is football at every level. Weston FC gave it their all, gave it their best, but Man City has defeated them. And this young lad has 6 goals, and this is just heartbreaking.
Well, nobody likes to lose, but it is part of the game, and it's certainly a downer for Weston, and it hurts. It is a championship match, but it's part of the experience and then part of the development, and you also learn from losing. You learn more from losing than from winning, so I am sure that this Weston team will come back next year stronger than it is right now, and they sure recognize that Manchester City was a better team and that they deserve the win. And there you have guys like the goalkeeper, Cochin, try to cheer up his teammates. Manchester City, champions of the Prospect Cup 2017.
And this is the best image right here of Abujo getting down and essentially telling Diego Ramirez, good hustle, good hustle. This is the best part of this tournament. We'll be back. Man City are the champions. Back we are as the ceremony gets ready to go to announce your champions. Obviously your runners-up, your golden boot, your golden glove, your most valuable player of the tournament, and there is Christian Pulisic to do the honors. We get ready for the last part of a tournament at every level, Alex, that part where the awards are given out.
Yeah, the championship cup will belong to Manchester City. And rightly so, they demonstrated throughout the whole tournament that they were the best team, no doubt about that. Decisive victory in the final match against a very good Weston team you can just see their faces are devastated. Nobody likes to lose, especially in a championship match. But it is part of the game and part of the process, and they'll learn surely from this one and come back stronger. Let's take a look at the highlights from the match. Diego Cochin with great saves throughout the whole Prospects Cup and also in the final. Manchester City just demonstrated to be simply a better team, Ramses Sandoval. I mean, Weston did what they could, but they ended up falling short. This is a key play. Could have been the first one for Weston. De Paula should have chipped it on top of the goalkeeper. And Cochin just continued to amaze everyone with his saves.
He was fantastic today, Alex.
Yeah, unbelievable. Couldn't get to that ball on the corner kick. Maybe could have done a little better in this one, but had another 4 or 5 saves that definitely make up for that mistake. It did open the door for Manchester City to score the first one. But look at his reflexes.
And the ability to read the game, making these coming off his line the right time, the right way, Alex.
Yeah, he knows how to read the game. Another save now with his feet. Really amazing kid, Diego Cochin, who surely is going to be recognized as the best goalkeeper of the tournament.
He has to.
Second goal for City. One of the best strikers we've seen this week, Obawodo. And then came a penalty kick. And guess what? Again, Diego Cochin with 2 saves on the counter as well, giving life to his team. You had a very solid performance by Solomon Honor as well, goalkeeper from Manchester City. But then at the end of the game, with the desperation of Weston trying to come back, leaving spaces behind, Manchester City, a very mature team, took advantage of that. And Obawodo with his 6th goal to make him leading scorer for the Prospects Cup. Manchester City wins it 3-0.
We'll go down to the pitch with Fernando Guy, our sideline reporter, who has an interview for us. The manager and the captain, Darren Hughes and Lakyle Samuel. And Alex, you talk about Lakyle Samuel saying that he's happy for West FC. Fair play all the way. We go down to Lorena Troncoso on the pitch. Thank you, Lorena. Diego Cochin was exceptional during this game. And how positive was he, Alex?
Yeah, I wonder if he doesn't have some Mexican heritage on his background. Maybe he can play for El Tri in the near future.
We're winning. Stop trying to take him away from U.S. soccer.
Yeah, he's a great kid. I mean, a very talented goalkeeper, and just the way he answers Lorena's question, you can notice. Positive. Yeah, he's so positive, so smart, so grounded.
As bright as they get as we look at some of the flags of the participants. There's America, there's Chivas of Guadalajara. Manchester City are the champions of the Prospects Cup. But, you know, before we went, as we look at the sad faces of Weston FC players, before we went to Lore Troncoso with Diego Cochin, I was going to make the point, the transparency and healthy game of these young kids, like Kyle Samuel saying that he was happy as well for Weston, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, it's been the spirit throughout the whole tournament, you know, fair play, and we talked about it. These kids don't care about anything else other than just to play, to compete, to go out there and have fun, recognizing their rivals, and it's just an amazing thing to watch, and it gives you a sense of optimism because it doesn't happen with the pros, and some way something happens along the way that some values get lost, but seeing these kids and the future generations, things to hope for.
Yeah, no question about that. It really does give you some optimism. I love the fact that you brought up that word, and both managers talking to their players now, Victor Pastora as well as Darren Hughes. And those are your top scorers. How about Woodswell winning this award at 6 goals?
Yeah. Scoring that last goal today in the final championship match. Gustavo scored as well, but Ovaboto got the better part of that individual race as we take a look at the champion squad, Manchester City, and behind them, Christian Pulisic, U.S. men's national team star, player for Borussia Dortmund. Important for him to be here because I can basically guarantee that all the kids and players, basically of all teams, admire him and look up to him.
Yeah, and they certainly know who he is, a superstar player of Borussia Dortmund. Only 18 years of age for Christian Pulisic, so you could argue he was here 6 years ago. He could have been here only 6 years ago.
Yeah. Well, he still kind of has like a baby face. Maybe if he went into the pitch, nobody would notice.
Yeah. His Borussia Dortmund side was also competing in this tournament. They drew the group with La Roma, with Man City, and with Real Madrid. That was a tough group that was won eventually by these kids that went on to win the semifinal against Fluminense and eventually today the championship.
We watched some great soccer, and
we did.
Some great teams, great players. Surprisingly good soccer. It surpassed all types of expectations.
Absolutely. And you're right, from the viewership and ratings point of view as well. We heard great stuff. And it has been an absolute pleasure to bring it to you.
I mean, when we found out that we were calling the games, we thought we were just gonna call games between a bunch of kids that you know love soccer. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. But then we took a good look at what was going on, and it was certainly a surprisingly good level of soccer played from day one to the last day of the championship. Very well organized event, and it's got a lot of future for everyone involved.
And we are now listening to the championship ceremony and really the end of the tournament ceremony, as we're going to welcome the Golden Glove of the tournament. There he is. Well deserved, Diego Cochin.
The Golden Glove. Best goalkeeper of the tournament. Christian Pulisic taking picture with him. What a great kid.
Yeah, I don't know, obviously, Diego Cochin, but listen, I fell in love with him with that interview that he did. He's so positive, and he is more than likely going to be a good goalkeeper for years to come.
Yeah, and we have to say that Salomon Honor did a great job too.
Yeah, he did. He was great.
He didn't have so many chances to show himself like Cochin did. Golden Goal Award. And definitely needs a golden ball, excuse me. It goes to Obawodo. Golden Ball Award for this terrific player.
He's so laid back, isn't he?
Killer striker.
Our final award is for
Everyone taking a look.
And Dalla saying, hey, you owe me half of this. I served you with 2-3 goals. And the MVP is Joel Ndala, and I have something to say. It is well deserved. To me, this kid was impressive as can be. So much class defensively, offensively, and look at his size. I mean, he's almost as big as Christian Pulisic.
Yeah. Remember his name. You're probably gonna hear a lot from this guy in the future.
The future Yaya Toure. Look at his size.
Yeah, he's nearly as tall as Christian Pulisic.
He's gonna be huge.
Yeah. MVP. Such a smart player too.
Yeah, very smart, high IQ, a classic 10, a complete midfield.
Yeah.
Now the coaches making their way. Victor Pastora, Daniel Serravite, Hugo Pacheco. And the Man City coaches applauding and showing class in a fair play manner. And now the photo with Christian Pulisic. And now Weston FC will be awarded the runner-up medals, the second place in the tournament, Alex.
And here they come. A very well-deserved second place. Out of all the teams that participated, they demonstrated to be within the best two, made it all the way to the final, and gave Manchester City a run for their money. So Pulisic giving away the medals to them. Prospect Cup's runner-ups, Weston FC. What a great job, what a great team.
Yeah, and each player being called out individually. Love that as they are awarded their medal. There's Diego Cochin, Golden Glove.
He has charisma too, right?
Yeah, he certainly does. Christian Pulisic handing them out. Infole Francesco. There's Tyler Hall. There's Mateo De Palo. There's Matías Pacheco. Diego Ramirez. Lucas De Paula. There's your Weston FC.
Yep. Well-deserved Weston FC. Just short of the championship. And I'll tell you what, if
Ladies and gentlemen, please
if they would have scored first on that very dangerous and clear opportunity they had when things were 0-0, maybe story would be different. But they had a great tournament anyway. They'll learn a lot from this very strong team. And here you have them, Prospects Cup runner-ups, Weston FC. Simply put, one of the best teams of the tournament.
Yeah, the second best team statistically, and the way they were able to get into this tournament. David Montoya, the captain, holding on to that championship trophy. Well deserved for Weston FC, who had a very, very good tournament. It's a happy time for them. It's not easy to be second when you have a tournament with Boca Juniors, America, Chivas, Borussia Dortmund, Roma, Real Madrid, FC Dallas, Galaxy, none of those teams getting to the final.
Yeah, I mean, they beat some big names out there, and they made it to the final, and they were just short of the championship, so you need to give it up for them, because what a fantastic job from Weston FC. And now comes a big moment. The one that we have been waiting for. Manchester City will be receiving the trophy and the individual medals as the best team of this Prospects Cup.
Parents having a blast as well. The dancing mamas and papas, if you will. Now the managers, the coaching staff for Man City getting recognized. Nicholas Power, the tour leader. Scott Andrew McAllister, the team doctor. Darren Hughes, manager. And of course his assistant, Caleb Michael Tonge. They deserve their kudos as well, Alex.
No doubt. Fantastic job. Because you take a look at how they play, it's so organized, so mature, how they move the ball around, how they manage time. Pulisic's taking a picture with the coaches, coaching staff for this Manchester City team.
And now, of course, the Man City players will make their way, starting with sole honor to receive their awards.
And we've talked a lot about Cochin, but Honor,
he was great.
He was amazing. I mean, he didn't give up not a single goal in the championship, and the ones that he had, he knew how to save, so we need to recognize him as well.
Number 6, Dan Rigby. Number 7, Dan Batty.
Rick receiving his medal. This young cat, Daniel Batty, he was good the whole tournament. Look at his size. Daniel Batty, almost as tall as our producer Armando Alvarez.
Almost. But he used that for his advantage.
He will be in a couple of years.
Yeah, no. Or maybe in a couple of months.
Yeah, but very low center of gravity for him when he moved.
Yeah, as a little guy, he knew how to move around. Kind of like Lionel Messi.
Yeah. Not a bad thing at all. Not a bad thing at all.
We aren't very tall guys to begin with, so.
No, we're not. So both Gustavo and Ndala probably can take us as well. Such talented players. And there it is, the championship trophy. And Kyle Samuel lifted up, and this is as cute as it gets. Lifting up the trophy. Dancing, singing, Manchester City are the champions of the 2017 Prospect Cup, and look at them.
Well deserved. Manchester City demonstrated to be the best team of the whole tournament. They made it to the champion, they won the final, and they're bringing that trophy home.
Thank you so much for being with us, everybody involved. Producing Walter La Rosa, Armando Alvarez, Billy Scandella, Richie Vasquez, Joe Bengoa. On the talent side, Diego Balado, Nico Cantor, Alex Berry, and myself, Ramses Sandoval. It's been a pleasure. Man City wins the Prospect Cup in its 2017 first edition. Have a sensational day. Enjoy it. And stay tuned for more Prospects Cup sometime soon.